Hey everyone, thanks for joining me play games. My name is Lance, and today I'll be playing through the solo rules in Everdell. This is just going to cover the base game, so if you'd like to see some of the expansions included as well, drop me a comment down in the comment section and tell me which expansion or expansions you'd like me to cover, and if I get enough comments, then I will look at adding some of those videos in the future. With this video, I'm going to teach you how to play the solo rules and then play through the remainder of the game, seeing how I can stack up against the AI opponents. Now with this, I will not teach you the basic rules, so if you're unfamiliar with Everdell, I'll have a link up in the top corner that I'll be able to teach you how to play the base game of Everdell. And then from there, I also have other videos that are covering the expansions for Everdell as well, so if you're not familiar with those, I unbox them, show you what's in the box, and also teach you the new rules for each one of those as well, and I'll have links in the description below. As always, if you find these videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button, subscribing to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can help support channels like mine so we can continue to grow and produce this content. So let's go ahead to the table and I'll teach you how to play. Alright, so getting into setup first, there are a couple of changes. You're going to treat setup as a two-player game, and then with Rugwort, you're going to choose a color for him. Now, he prefers to take the black rats, but if you're playing with those or you want to use something else, you can as well. Then you can choose which season you want to compete in. So Rugwort comes to Everdell 3 times. Each time it gets a little harder. So if you haven't played yet, I'd recommend starting off with the basic one and then working through those as it's shown in the book. From there, then there's a couple of additional things. First off, you are going to receive 5 cards as the first player, and you're always going to take the first turn as the first player. And then Rugwort is going to have 2 rats that he's going to place out. The first one is going to go into the 3 log or 3 twigs section, and the second one you're going to place on the first forest card, and that card is going to be blocked as each one only has 1 space. In a 2-player game, you will not use the second space. Then you can place out the meadow as normal, and other than that, you're going to place out the 8-sided die, and anytime you play a card into your area, then Rugwort is going to roll the die and determine which one of the cards from the meadow he will add to his area. And then throughout the game, he's going to slowly build up those cards, potentially going after the events down below, and then at the end of the game, he's going to get points based on all these different factors and compare them with your points and see who comes out as the victor. Now in my sample game, it was super close. We both tied and it came down to who had the most coins, I believe, that broke that tie, and I ended up managing to get a small victory out of that as I had more than he did. So it was a very close game, so let's see how my average goes. Right now I'm 50%. I won one of my games so far in my solo series, and I lost one, so we'll see how I come out of this. So moving into the game, like I said, the first turn is always going to be taken by the player, and I'm going to go ahead and play my cards out in front of me so you guys can kind of play along and see how things go. So I ended up picking up 2 post offices out of that initial draw, and then I've got a couple of other cards here, so I have to determine what I want to go after first. And I'm going to go ahead and use a worker on this space here. So I get 2 resins and a twig for that, which would let me build the post office if I wanted to. And it is open, but Rugwort is never going to go into your own buildings. You can choose to go into his though. So with this one, I can give an opponent 2 cards and then discard any number of cards and then draw up to my hand limit. So this could be really handy to have. So I am going to play that. I have to spend 2 resin and a twig to do so, and then I will place that out in my area. Then immediately, Rugwort is going to take his turn. Now, with this card, if it was one that I had played from the meadow, then I would refill that and then roll for him to determine what he gets. And the meadow is going to be numbered 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see what we get. And he's going to take 8, the Fool. So this is going to go into his area. And I'm just going to place it into stacks based on the type of card it is. And that'll determine if he gets any special or any of the event cards. And then I will refill. And it is the Postal Pigeon. So that actually works out in my favor. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that out as well. I'll use the post office's ability to play that card. And then that'll be added to my area. Again, I will refill, and then he's going to roll for his second card. And it's a 1, so he gets the teacher. and that'll be placed out, and then we'll refill. Okay, so then it's back over to my turn. I have the postal pigeon. I get to resolve that immediately. And I did forget to handle the postal pigeon's effect. So this is going to let me reveal 2 cards, and then I can play 1 worth up to 3 for free, and then I discard the other. So let me reveal those first. So I have an owl, which is the shepherd, or a wife. So I guess I will go with the shepherd. So I'm going to go ahead and add him to my area as well. The wife will be discarded, so I'll just place her card above. And then because he got played, I will also resolve a roll. So it is number 2, the fairgrounds. So that'll go here, as that is part of that. A new one comes out. And it's back to me. So let's see. Okay, so from there, then I'm going to play my other critter into the post office. And with that, it says that I'm going to give 2 cards to my opponent. Rugwort never gets cards, so these are just going to be simply discarded. So I'm going to take this one and the other post office and discard those. And then I think I'll keep the mole, and I'll go ahead and discard the school. And then I draw back up to my hand limit, which is going to be 8 cards. So I'm going to get to draw 7 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And reveal those so you guys can see what I have. So I have a cemetery, the husband, shopkeeper, king, the wife, and another husband, and another mole. Wow, that is a lot of cards. So from there, I could go into the next season, or if I had anything else, which at this point I do not. So I'm going to have to prepare for the next season. So there's going to be a couple of additional effects with that. So first off, I'm going to handle my stuff first. So I'll get my new critter in there, and I get to gain my other critters back. And then I can resolve the production, which right now I don't have any, so that's going to not help me there. Then I'm going to handle Rugwort's stuff. So with that, the rat that's on that space there is going to move to the 2 resin space. The rat here is going to move down to the next location in a counterclockwise manner. And then the new rat that he gains is going to be placed on the very first card. So after that, when a rat or a critter is on a card, I cannot gain that. So I will not be able to purchase that card from the meadow, but Rugwort still can get that card by rolling that number on it. And as you can tell, there's more rats up there, so they will slowly work their way across, filling the top 4 slots towards the end of the game. Then I'll check with his cards and see if he has enough to meet any of the regular events. He does not currently, so he would not gain those. If he had just 2 more of the green ones, he would have actually gained that event and added it to his area. From there, then it is going to start back off with my turn again. So I get to begin with my next turn to do stuff. So let me see here. I will go here and gain 3 berries, so I'll add those to my area. I'm going to go ahead and spend those berries then and purchase the bard, adding him to my area. And with him, I can discard up to 5 cards and gain a coin for each. So I'm going to go ahead and discard both of the miners. I'll discard 1 husband's and the shopkeeper, so that's 4. I can do 1 more. So what do I want to do? I'll go ahead and discard the wife as well. That'll round me off at 5, so I'll get 5 coins for that. So I'll add those to my bard. And I'll add another card to the meadow, and then he gets to roll and add a card. So number 6, he gets a lookout. That'll be added. And the queen comes out. All right, then it is back into my turn. Again, I need some resources here. So let's see. I will go and get a stone. And I need 1 more stone if I want to do the cemetery. And for my last action, I will go ahead and place it over here and get 2 berries. And I also get a card. It is a farm, so that's good. And then let me build that innkeeper for 1. So I add him to my area, and then I roll again and see what he gets. Number 8, it is the storehouse. So that is his 3rd green card. He's closing in on that first event. At this point, I don't think there's anything else that I really want to do, so I will go ahead and prepare for season. So again, I get to gather my guys back, and I'll get my new one. And then I also get to draw 2 cards as part of the summer prepare step. So I picked up another innkeeper and another shepherd. Okay, so then it is also going to rotate. So he is going to move to the next section. So he's going to stop on the stone. This rat here will move over to the 3 berries. And then another rat comes out and takes over that second space there. And then again, I compare here, but he doesn't have any yet for those locations. And so then it moves back into my turn. So I have some options still. He took over the stone location. That's not good. I was hoping to grab that, of course. But I'm going to have to figure out something else. I have the haven I can go to get random or resources that I might need as well. So I may end up doing that. But I do have a couple cards I can get rid of at this point in order to gain that. So first off, let me go here and gain the 2 berries and a card. And I pick up another or a mine. And this is an interesting game. I had a very low resource game so far, which is different than I'm used to. Then after that, I will discard the innkeeper to get reduce the cost of a critter by 3. And I will purchase the queen, so I have to spend 2 more for that. So she gets placed. And she does have a special slot, so I may activate that at some point here. So then we'll roll and see what happens. He adds number 4, so he gets the peddler, which is the 4th card in there. So if I don't pick up that event, he is going to during this step. All right, so I could go to the haven and discard at least these 2 to get that second stone. The farm might also be an option. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll do the husband and farm. So I'm going to go ahead and place him there, and I'll discard these 4, and I get 2 resources of my choice. So I'll take a second stone. Well, I might as well just take another stone on top of that, because right now the stones are blocked, and that's what I need. So from there, then I'm going to spend 2 of those to build the cemetery. And with that, then immediately he is going to do his. He gets to build something. It's number 2, so it's the general store. And then he adds a new card and covers that up with his rat. I will also activate the cemetery to gain the underkeeper, or undertaker. Underkeeper, I don't know what I was thinking about there. And this will be placed out. And then let's go ahead and roll and see what he adds. Number 7, it's the inn. Okay, then this will be placed out. We have a doctor. And with the underkeeper, he has a unique ability, which I keep on forgetting to handle that. I jump right into handling his stuff, but I should be handling this. So it says discard 3 cards from the meadow and replenish them, and then draw 1 from the meadow. And it also unlocks the second cemetery. So I can discard 3 cards from the meadow. So I'll go ahead and do the woodcrafter. I'll do a mine and I will probably not have enough resources to make the palace, so let's go ahead and get rid of those. And I'll place 3 new ones out. Oh, we have another one wood carver, the twig barge, and a crane. Okay, and then I get to take one of I get to draw one of those. So I'll go ahead and take the crane and place out another card. Okay, so from there I could activate that cemetery, which lets me reveal 4 cards from the deck or discard pile and play one for free, and I can discard the other. The only catch there is once I place a critter on one of those spaces, it's locked for the rest of the game. So I may not want to do that now. That might be something I want to do in the autumn. And he'll get another card is on top of that. I will go up here though. I get to this one. I have the cemetery and the shepherd so far. For those two, I can complete this, and this one gives me 3 for each buried worker in my cemetery. So I definitely am going to want to fill those up because I'm going to get extra points for those at the end of the game. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 berry to bring out the innkeeper. And then immediately he gets to add a new critter. Number 3, he has the resin field. Okay. Then it goes back to me, so I could bring that crane out, which does some good stuff for me. And then I think for my last action, I'm going to go ahead and place a worker there, and I'll get a coin to add to my area and 2 cards. So hopefully this will be something good. I have a wife and a judge. Okay. All right, so then back to me. If I want to do anything else, I could bring that crane out if I wanted to and build that. So that might be an option. That's pretty much all I can do at the moment, so I don't have any other resources for anything else. Do I do that at this point? I'm going to hold out just in case, because that means that he'll get to build again. And if he gets a 3rd red, then he would gain that right away. So I don't want to give him that just yet. So I'm going to end the season there. I get to gain my little workers back. I get my last 2 added in there. I get to activate any production, which I have no production. This is a very unusual game for me. I usually do have production buildings and that in there, but I do not. These guys get added here. And with the, let me check and see what the last part is on this. Okay, and then with the rat here, he is going to move to the number 3 space on the journey, and the rat up here is going to move to the berry and 1 card space, blocking that one from this point on. All right, then it is my turn to start it off, and I have tons of workers here. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with everybody. Well, let's go ahead and start off by trying that cemetery and seeing how that works. So it's going to have me reveal 4 cards from the deck or discard pile, and I get to play 1 for free, and I discard the others. So I'm going to go ahead and try with the blind draw first. So there's my 4 cards. Let me see what I get. So I can do the shopkeeper, I can do a barge toad, the wanderer, or the historian. So none of these were very good. Did not work out in my favor this time. So let me see. I guess I'll go with the historian. So I'll place him out. And I get to draw a card after you play a critter or construction. And then immediately he gets to play a card. Number 6 is going to be the wood carver. So he gets placed out. And a new one comes out. I have the bard again. Then it's back to me, so I could either do it again, and I know pretty much what's in my discard pile, so I definitely don't want to do it with those, as that is definitely not going to help me. But I'm going to go ahead, let me start off by doing the crane. I'll go ahead and build that, so that'll be placed in there, and then again he gets to do his. Number 3, the barge. He is all production. That's not helping him very much. And the courthouse. right, and then it's back to me. I think I'm going to go to the post office and do that action again. So I'm going to wipe out these two here. Then I get to redraw back up, so I'm going to get 7 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see what I got here. So I got a general store. I got the Wanderer, a theater. There's a monk, theater again, the resin refinery, and the chip sweep. So I guess it's a good thing I held off from doing the cemetery again, because that is definitely not a good lineup for those. None of these are really high value cards. Well, the theater is okay, but that actually would work. I have a lot of unique critters in my city, so I definitely want to try to get this built up. So I could discard the crane, dropping 3 resources off of that. So that could be useful. Or if I can get to a space to discard a card, I could build a theater for free from the cemetery. So that's an option too. Okay, so, and do I have any other unique critters? I have the king still. I haven't had a chance to get him out yet. He needs 6. So let me go here and get 3 berries, as I can use him and the innkeeper potentially to do that, to get him out. I have 3 left, and I can definitely get some points on my journey, as I can discard plenty of cards for that. I got the general store, Wanderer, I have a second theater, the chip sweep, and a refinery. So that'll be my 5 cards for that to get those points. So these are my goals that I'm trying to get out there. So, well, technically I could do that now, but I still need some resources. Let's hold off on that just yet. I'm going to go here and get 2 resin and a twig. And I'm going to go ahead and discard that crane. And that says that when playing in construction, I may discard this crane from your city to play that construction for 3 or fewer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I will go ahead and build the theater. So that's going to cost me 3 twigs, a resin, and a stone. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the resin and twig, and I'll use the crane to cover the rest of the costs. So that goes in. And these will be placed back. And then I also have to resolve Rugwort. So he gets number 3. So he gets the courthouse. And a new card comes out. Another peddler. Okay. Let me see here. I still have the Queen's ability as well, which I could use to play a card worth 3 or fewer. Ooh, maybe I should have done that instead. Well, I kind of screwed that up. Probably should have done that to get that card out there instead, saved my resources and that. But I didn't, so I'm not going to backtrack to do that. And I still have that second cemetery, so I could get lucky, maybe get something big. So let me do that. So I'm going to go ahead and play that and draw 4 cards randomly. So there's 2, 3, and 4. Come on, something good. I have the judge, a peddler, courthouse, and a farm. So it didn't really help too much. So I guess I'm going to go with the judge. So I get to play him for free. Those will get discarded. And then Rugwort gets his card, so he gets another peddler. And a new card comes out. Oh, there's the castle. Oh, well. That would have been nice. That would have been a huge card to get out, because then I would have gotten my king for free. But it didn't work out in that. So I am going to discard the innkeeper to get 3, and then I'll spend my 3 berries to get the king out, as I really do need to get him out. Then Rugwort gets another card, so it's a number 6. Well, I forgot during the part to give him that as well. He got to collect that. So he gets the Bard. That's his second card in that area, and a new card comes out. And the Architect, which would have been great when that crane was there, but I don't have that now. All right, so the theater, I already have a Bard out, so I can't do another one there. And I forgot to activate that with the Judge, so I do get a card for that. It's the Evertree. I'm going to go ahead and spend that guy there and discard my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is going to be a very low scoring game. I don't have much else I can do at this point. Definitely not going to be able to get the Evertree out. No question there. So that might be it. I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about this one. This is going to be close. All right. So yeah, I think that is it. So I'm going to end the game there, and then I'm going to move into the scoring step. So I'm going to go ahead and total up. Should I do myself first, or should I total up Rugwort and see where he's at? Let's go ahead and see where he is at first. So he's going to get 2 points for each card that he has. So he's got 4 points there. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. He gets 3 points for that, so that's 31. And then he gets 3 points for each one of these special events that I did not get, so that'll be 9 more for 40 points for him. Yeah, and then this one for 43. So he's at 43. Oh man, and I don't know. Okay, so then over to me, I'm going to do my basic points first. So I have 2, 3, 7, 8, 12, 13, 16, and 18 points there. I have so I have 18 points there. Then I have 8 coins for 26 points for that. And then any special features on these cards. Let's see. Already took care of those. Already got those. Okay, so then the king is going to I get 2 points for each special event. So I did get that. So that is going to be 28. And then, let's see, I get 1 coin for each unique critter in my city. So I have 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 points. Then I get to resolve this, and I get 3 points for each of the critters in the cemetery. So that's 6 more. So I think I had 35. So this will put me up to 41. Then I also have that for 46. Wow, so that was really close. I ended up with 46 points. My opponent had 43, so I chased Rugwort out of Everdell, and we all know he's going to be back, but I was able to fend him off for this season, and it was a blast. It was very different than I'm used to. As you guys saw, I had no production. That is very weird for me. I usually try to get some production going. It's a good way for me to get some resources in between those seasons and preparing for those seasons, so that was really interesting, and I had a lot of fun with it. So, as always, let me know in the comments below if there was anything that I either messed up on or could have done differently that might have gotten me more points than what I got. I really love hearing from you guys and all the different things in the comments and that. So, drop me in some more and let me know how I did. Again, let me know if there's any other videos that you'd like me to cover with this solo play or playthrough and solo rules. I'm always constantly looking for new stuff that I'm interested in trying out as well. So let me know on that. And if you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It does make a big difference and it helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.